Even though her vets had put her on birth control, something about Kipele had changed. In fact, her keepers were so concerned that they decided to scan the elderly animal to see what was wrong. However, as they inspected the monitor, they saw the most incredible thing. Kipele, the reticulated giraffe, began her life at Denver Zoo in Colorado in August of 1993. So by the beginning of 2017, the majestic animal was 23 years old, the oldest giraffe at the Denver Zoo, in fact. In the wild, however, these creatures rarely live past 25. Yet despite Kipele's advanced age, her keepers at the zoo still placed her on birth control in order to prevent any unwanted accidents. For the giraffe, this meant having an injection or implant, which would supposedly protect her for up to a year. Zoos often use contraception to control animal populations or guard against inbreeding. However, as wildlife contraception is still a relatively new science, zookeepers nevertheless keep a watchful eye on animals on the medication. Another way to avoid unwanted pregnancies, however, is to simply separate male and female animals from each other. However, keepers apparently allowed Kipele to interact with male giraffe Dikembe. Dikembe, on the other hand, had moved to Denver Zoo in 1996 when he was just 2 years old. Because zoo staff were monitoring Kipele on her new medication then, they would have been able to notice any subtle differences in her appearance or behavior. And as the months passed, the giraffe seemed to be responding well to her birth control. Then all of a sudden, something changed. Vets noticed that Kipele's stomach seemed to be expanding. What's more, her udders were growing larger by the day. So to determine what was going on, experts at the zoo had little choice but to scan her.
Also, if you have not done so already, please subscribe to our channel and click that notification bell to get inspired by these animal stories every day. Now, back to the story.
However, getting Kipele to cooperate with an examination proved to be harder than expected. At first, she even refused to allow vets to carry out an ultrasound, but eventually she gave in, and what the experts discovered seemed to be beyond belief. Somehow, despite her being on birth control, Kipele had managed to conceive a baby with Dikembe, and what's more, it wouldn't be very long before she could meet her child. Vets estimated, in fact, that the calf was due in February or March of 2017. Yet according to Brian Acone, who helps manage animal care and conservation at Denver Zoo, it's not actually that surprising that Kipele's birth control failed. When you get into wildlife, it's not a perfect science, he told 9 News in March 2017. There's all kinds of birth control out there, just like there is in humans. Quite frankly, there's nothing specific for giraffes. Giraffe pregnancies usually last for around 15 months. After that, a calf will rely on its mother for milk for half a year. Calves tend to grow quickly, and they will often double in size in their first 24 months after birth. Once fully grown, a male giraffe can grow up to 18 feet tall, while females can grow to around 14 feet. Kipele, meanwhile, welcomed her baby into the world in the early hours of February 28, 2017. It was a boy, and staff at the zoo decided to name him Dobby. What made Dobby's birth even more exciting, though, was the fact that Denver Zoo had not witnessed a giraffe birth since 2010. Though he was certainly a surprise, zoo staff couldn't have been happier about the new arrival. This was certainly a welcome addition to the Denver Zoo family. Acone said in a statement to the zoo's website, "Dobby may not have been a planned birth, but now that he's here, we're excited to have him and look forward to him engaging with our guests." When Dobby was born, however, experts noticed that he was particularly small for his species, standing at just 5 feet in height and weighing in at a meager 73 pounds. On average, giraffe calves are usually a whole foot taller. But luckily for Dobby, he was in the best possible hands. Staff was monitoring Kipele overnight when she went into labor, Acone revealed in his statement. Although the birth went well, the calf was not initially nursing. Staff fed the infant and provided critical care in his first hours of life to get him back on track. Now he's nursing, and we're feeling good about his health. Vets administered Dobby with a plasma transfusion to give him the nutrients he was missing from his mother's milk. However, staff at the zoo denied that this could have been avoided if they had known about the pregnancy earlier. Indeed, according to Acone, it's an issue many mother giraffes face. There's nothing that would have changed or should have been done differently, he told 9 News. The issues that Dobby is facing can be faced by any giraffe. It's a matter of afterbirth and getting enough milk from your mom, those sorts of things. So it's not about anything that happened prior to that. So this could happen to any giraffe shortly after birth. In the days that followed Dobby's birth, the mother and calf enjoyed some time alone together in their enclosure. During this time, it was off limits to the public, apparently in order to allow the pair to bond. The building will remain closed during their first days together to provide them peace and quiet, the zoo announced in the statement at that time. Then on March 5th, 2017, the public got their first glimpse of Dobby at the zoo. He has been gaining weight and strength every day, and we're optimistic about his health improving, the zoo wrote in a statement on their Facebook page. But they added, "We are still monitoring him closely." With the addition of Dobby, Denver Zoo is now home to a herd of 5 reticulated giraffes. No doubt the other adults will help Kipele show her baby the way. And if Dobby's birth proves anything, it's that the best surprises don't always come in small packages.
If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider sharing it with your friends and family. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next one.